today I finally start on doing the bathroom section of the bus. It's been a while coming, but I'm finally there. So I'll show you what we're doing. So now that it's all cleaned up, this is where the bath will be and the shower will be this side. There is going to be, you can see I've cut the first bit of timber here. This is where there's going to be a wall up, all the way up. This is going to be the back wall of the shower, the bathroom area. This section here is going to be, it's not really a garage, it's just where the filters and pumps and everything for the recirculating shower are going to be. They're going to be attached to the wall here so I can access them, and it also gives me the access to get to the lights if I need to change any of the bulbs out, and the rest of the plumbing will be here as well, as you can see. So it's just a little bit of room so I can get in there and work if I need to. Other than that, that's all that part's going to be. It'll be blocked off as well. Still got the van liner and some stuff to go over it. But this is the first section that I'm doing. So pretty excited. I'm going to measure it out. The overall size is going to be about 700 inside. And then it's about 16 wide. So that's the toilet shower together. And then from there we've got our cupboards on either side, which I'll build as well all in one go. So this section in the next couple of days hopefully will be built out with at least the frame, and then we can go from there. Now the problem that I'm going to have, if you haven't already noticed, which I did when I first thought about it, is if I build the wall up and then go to put the plywood on the back, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that because of the relationship to the back wall of the bus. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to build this section of the wall first, so about halfway across and up, and I'll plywood that up first, and then I'll nail it down so that section's done, and then I can build this section, and I'll be able to, I probably won't be able to bring the board in this way either. I'm going to have to build it completely and then put it in and fix it once I can do there, and then I'll fix the middle parts together. So it's going to be a bit of a hassle doing it this way, but fun little section. As you know, of course the bus has rounded edges and curves and all sorts of things. Trying to get everything level and square is not the easiest. So what I'm doing is I'm working on getting at least one wall square. If I can get that wall square completely, as much as I can, then I can work the measurements off that. So that's what I'm doing now. That's the back wall, of course, for the shower. Put it all together and forgot I had to cut this section before I put it all together. So now I've had to just do something here just to hold it square so I could then cut this edge off. Anyway, all fun. My wife and Triana are inside laughing at me because of all the silly things I say. Anyway. So I've called it quits for the day. I've temporarily got this back wall up. I've just partially screwed it into the floor and each other, just so I could make sure I'm getting the measurements right. Also, this shows you the back wall of the bathroom. This area is where I'll be able to access the plumbing stuff and also the lights. And the one thing I didn't check, but I will check, is the filter system, how wide it is. If it's wider than what it is here, I can move this way a little bit anyway, so all the measurements will be the same up either side. So I've got basically up to here. Not that I'll need to use that much. I'll probably, if it has to come out, I'd only have to come out a 50 mil or so. Anyway, that's the first part of the bathroom done in 2 sections, so I can sheet it and get each section in without having to worry about it, and then just joining the center ones through. Good morning, guys. Well, we're back at it again today. Now, as you see, this is my filtration system and UV filter system for the recirculating shower. There's the UV filter and the different filters for it. What I'm doing is I'm just checking that I've got enough room between the back wall and the door for these to fit, and I'm thinking I haven't left enough space, so I did measure it. It will fit between here and here okay, but with the handle on the door it won't fit, and I'm thinking I'm not going to need the handle, so I'm going to take it off, and I am going to move this back probably 20 mil, 2 centimeters back this way, so I'll lose a little bit either in the shower or in the wardrobe. I think it'll be the wardrobe, but we'll see. So I'll take the handle off, and that'll give us a bit extra room, because I want the filters down a bit further, so when it comes to the time I have to change them over, I can do it down there rather than having to stand up a bit. However, it will work, but I'm going to move this wall back now just temporarily, just to test it out, and then we can go start making the side walls and then this front wall for the shower, and make sure it all fits in. I'll do the top parts so I've got somewhere to connect to when I put the sheeting up, and once I'm sure everything's right and it's the right measurements and everything's right, then I'll sheet one side of the back of the shower wall, put it in, then sheet the other back of the shower wall and put it in and join them together, and then all the rest of the panels I should be able to get in through this way and put them up, fingers crossed. Alright, I've measured back 2 lines. This is about 10 mil or 1 centimetre, this is about 2 centimetres back. I'm going to move it back to the first one, then try it. If that's no good, then I'll move it back to the second one. Okay, so now you can see if I come back a bit, you can see the outline of the bathroom. This will be a door with a Nautilus door or a glide away door for the shower. It'll act for the shower and the bathroom, the toilet as well, so that's where you walk in. And when you walk in, the shower will be up here on the back wall. This is where you'll stand for the shower. The nozzle will be here. So it might be a bit high so I can get on my head. Not too bad for Carolyn, but I need a little bit higher for myself. And on the other side will be the toilet. You can actually see the outline where it was sitting before. That's basically where it will be. And it's just been a bit of a headache trying to get everything so the walls in here are square. The roof won't be, of course, because it's concave, but that's fine. I've got an idea what we're doing for that, but I want all these walls square, so when it comes to putting the lining on, it'll go up nice and easy because everything's square. Good morning all. Well, today I'm going to try and get these sections enclosed. Also work out how I'm going to get framing up in here just so I can make a ceiling for it, and also across here and across here as well. So that's what I've got installed today. At the back, what I'm thinking is there's a gap down between the outside wall and the framing inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of this timber. This is 35 by 70 mil. That's what I'm using for the framing. So it can slide down inside here at the right height. And then I'm going to have a section across like that to join onto the top of this beam. That way it'll give me a fixing point along here, not only for the van sealer, but also the plywood that'll go on here. Then same sort of thing. I'm thinking what I'll do here is I'm going to do something like this with a full piece and then just cut off this section here. It might only have a little bit of beef in it, but I can screw through here, but I'll screw through the ends on each side so it'll give it a nice tight fix. And then up the top here, I'm going to cut shorter bits that'll I can screw into here, which will give me something to affix the new ceiling when it's time to do it. Alright guys, well I've just spent a couple of hours redoing the framework to move it back a bit. The reason why is I remember that I've got a water heater going in the back and I hadn't accounted for the width or the depth of that water heater. So alright, so the depth of it, or the water heater is going to sit on the back wall here, and I had to take into account how far it sat from here out. I'm glad I remembered it now, because it was probably 100 mil too short, so I've had to move the whole frame back this way a tad, well 100 mil or so, which in the scheme of things is not hugely big. All it means is our wardrobe is going to be a little bit smaller widthways, so that's just a part of the fun of bus building. Anywho, I've now got it back to where it was at the start of the day. Now I can get on to what I was doing, which was doing this. Now I've got a bit more room, so I'll have a look and see if there's any other way of doing it. Just an update for you guys. Having had to move back everything this way, I've now got the brackets in that are going to the back. That allows me to put the ceiling and the van sealer on there. I've got to work something out here just so it's got something to connect to there, and the same on the other side. I've also put in this piece here, allow me to once again just keep everything nice and square, and also gives me something to work off here. I now know how much space I've got. I've just got that clamped on. I know it's square going up, so I've got to take some measurements from here and across. It gets really small up the top here. What I'm thinking of doing is cutting a piece of timber with this angle on it. It's not square, so I'll have to have a bit of an angle on it, so I can screw down into that and fix it, and then I can have some bits coming off the top of that, which will allow me to screw into up the top. Not that it's going to need a lot of bracing up the top. This is just the back of the toilet. It's just something to screw into really, and that'll travel across to here as well. And I'll do the same this side as I've done here, same sort of little box, and then join it to the bottom of that. Then I've got to do the same on the other side. This is just real fiddly at the moment. The rest of it won't be as bad. Of course, I can just put the piece of timber straight up and scribe the sheet around it, so it's not as bad. But the bathroom's a bit different because I'm putting sheeting on both sides, and the bathroom part always got a good idea to be square if you can. So that's what I'm doing. It's just fiddly. I don't feel like I've achieved much today, but we'll keep going. Okay, I'm going to call it a day, but I have got this little part up here, so that's what the shower wall's going to attach to. So I've got screws, points to mount it to, or gluing actually, screw for the plywood, and then with the composite paneling that's going on, it'll be glued on, so that's okay. So basically that back wall is right. Good morning all. Okay, we're continuing on framing of the shower. So what I've done today is I've built the arch, or the piece for the door. I'm going to get a glide away shower door, which is like a Nautilus shower screen. It's got different measurements, but one of them is 1750. So from the plate there up to the top is 1750 on both sides, and it's 600 wide, so they can open up to 925. So 600 is fine, it'll open up that far with no problems. I've also put the top plate in down the bottom. This is going to be for the glide away shower door to sit on. It also is going to make sure that when I waterproof it, there's not really going to be anywhere for the water to go to get on this side, because there's going to be a barrier all the way around it. So that's why I've got that plate in. So there is a step up into the bathroom, but that's fine. We're happy with that, to make sure that we've got a nice tight water seal. Okay guys, so calling it quits for this afternoon. As you can see, I've got the noggins in on this side here, also some more support here and here. I've done the top of the roof here, ready to go. Done the two sections here and two sections here. All that's left to do is this section on either side. Other than that, the framing for the bathroom is almost done. Once we finish the framing, then we can start on what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to do the insulation parts on either side behind the bathroom, and also finish the insulation off the back. Do the plywood backing of that wall, which will come in through the garage, but I'll have to pull the wall out to do that. And then that sort of part of the bathroom's done. Then I'm going to work on the floor side of it, working out how I'm going to put the drain in and how I'm going to put the slope in and stuff like that. So I've been thinking about it, but till I really get in and do it, we won't know. G'day guys, sorry for the late video this week, but it's been a busy week and trying to get the video out. There's a lot of content that I had to go through. It's probably a bit long-winded, but anyway. So here is the finished framework for the bathroom. As you can see, there's a couple of things I've got to do. What happened is, once I put the 9mm plywood and the van sealer on there, it's pushed this out, so I'm either going to have to take this part off or just trim it back a bit more to allow it to sit back flush to make it square on both sides, unfortunately. Other than that, it is all framed up, and as you can see, I've done the back paneling of the bathroom as well. However, it's taken a little bit, it's been fiddly, but I had to do a bit of extra stuff too that I forgot about. Anyway, it's done. Hope you enjoy it. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and also hit that notification bell to let you know when I've put some new videos out. Alright guys, I hope you have a good week. As per usual, I hope your build is going really well. Other than that, I shall talk to you in the next video. See you guys.